This is Larry, KF5MLP. Let's get into some FLDIGI, how to set it up. Right now I'm on version 4.2.05, and I'm going to set this up for my ICOM 7100. We'll go up into Configure, we'll go to Configure Dialog, and we'll come up here to Call and Lookups. I've got QRZ Online checked, and I've got QRZ.com. I've put in my username and my password, and just to be safe so I don't lose it, I'll click Save. We want to clear old data so we don't have old data in there all the time. The city data, this is where it resides in the folder, city data folder. This is where mine resides. Colors, you have button colors, which are like this one's green and this one's gray right now. The frequency display, this frequency display is like this one. You've got the background is yellow. We've got the frequency. You can change the font, the background color, digit color, or you can go system colors. The function keys are down here, and these are the colors. Logging controls. Again, you can change background, font, and you can set up your defaults. Transmit, the receive and transmit. This is the receive area, and this is the transmit area. The macro editor will do it in white. Okay, so that's what those buttons are. And you can change the text color or the text font, the background, receive, and the receive font. Macros, you can change macro edit fonts. There's your tabs, the signals, and you can see the scope is working. There's a digiscope, and then we'll minimize this and go to contents. Now you've got our contests, you've got general, and I've got it looking at right now ARRL field day. If you make this no contest, you see it disappear up here. Watch right next to my call sign, and I'll put in field day. You can see it's now has that call sign in, or that contest in there. I'm going to make no contest. QSO parties, it has text capture is what you're going to be looking for. Here's field day. You can put in your call, your class, and your section. And here's jamborees on the air. You can put this in there if you're participating in that. Your IDs, this is your RSID. I have it retain the transmit frequency lock and mark the previous frequency and mode, so it'll always go back to it. Videos, if you transmit a video ID, which I don't suggest you do because it takes a lot more transmitting time. These are your loggers. I've got mine set up for this one, and you can see it is not connected right now, but this is the port, and it's not connected because I don't have that running right now. Enable data stream PTT via rig transmit and rig receive. Here's EQSL, logbook of the world. If you want to just do those, I do the J3 FJP log because then I can transfer the logs into logbook of the world or EQSL or club log and a couple others. But there's club log if you want to do just that, and then QSO logging. Alright, and then modems. The only thing I've found in these modems that I really need to change is down here in MT63. You want to leave 8-bit, but you want to uncheck this uncheck this transmit lower start tone. So it's if you have that turned on, you're going to get tones at both ends of the of your band that you're transmitting in. For instance, it put a tone here and it put a tone here. Just uncheck that, and now it'll just transmit, and you won't have a lot of weird tones. You can leave it centered at 1500 for shares, or you can do manual tuning, which means this will move up and down, and you can actually change that right here. You can see where this is moving. You can see right here it moving up and down as I change this number right here. We're going to put it centered back on 1500, and we'll get back over here, and then we'll back that up, and then miscellaneous, you've got auto start. Now these auto starts are kind of weird. You got to be careful because you can locate, let's say FLDIGI. Okay, I go to FLDIGI, you want to come back to C drive, go down to programs 86 because that's where they reside, and come down here to FLDIGI. Okay, FLDIGI, I'm using 2.0.04. So if I come over to SourceForge, okay, there is, we'll just go back one, and I want to go to rig, FLDIGI, and we want to get the executable, setup executable. Okay, this is 2.0.05, so this is a newer one. So I'll click download. We'll wait for it to pop up here, which only should take a second, and then you want to save it, you know, just in case, and save it in your downloads, and click save. Now it says there's a problem here, so click these three little dots, and you want to click keep, and then show more, and keep anyway. Now it is downloaded into your download folder. That way there you don't lose it. It's there. A lot of people have problems with that. So now to get this into where we need it, we'll open up my folder, my downloads folder. I'll bring that over here, and we'll go to downloads, and we'll double click this and click more information and run anyway, and give it the yes and tell it to continue. And I want a quick launch shortcut. You don't have to put it in there, and just let it go to where it is default, wherever it wants to go for default, and then click close. Now with that, you can come over here to 86, programs 86, and you're looking for FLDIGI or FLDIGI 2.5. Double click on it, and then hit FLDIGI EXE and click open. Now it's here. Now I can test it if I want to make sure it's working. Click test. Okay, we'll pull that over here. You want to allow it to access everything, and there is FLDIGI for my 991. I can change that because of the configure. I can go over here to setup and hit transceiver and go to ICOM 7100, and this is COM port 4. Boom, 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 boom. I don't see a 4. I can look it up a little bit later, and then once you get all this information, the baud rate, the stop bytes, and everything set up, you can click initialize, and it will go, work off your FLDIGI. Some rigs have to have FLDIGI to run, the programs. All right, so that takes care of that. There's other programs, for instance, the CPU. If you're using less than 700 megahertz, you can click that. There's DTMF, then the KMLs. This one here is FL message. Now we're going to locate the FL message, and it's 2.22, and I think the newer one is 2. I got to get into here. Yeah, here's FL message 2.3. Click OK. Continue, show, and let it install. Close. Minimize that. Now I'm going to go locate the FL message. Back to 86. And we're looking for 23. There it is. Click the EXE part of it and click open. Now when the you get an NB EMS message, in other words a message from in FLDIGI for FL message, it will automatically open this program. Okay, it'll show it in its browser. It'll also open the message. You don't want to have it enabled, and that's all there is to that. PSK reporter, I don't mess with that. I don't mess with because this is set up by default, and I don't mess with that. Save parameters, you can save, enable specific parameters to save and restore on per mode and band. You can click these and set it up the way you want to. The operator station, this station call sign and operator call sign will show up when it calls for it in when you do, for instance, CQ. It says my call. Okay, where it's going to draw that information from is right here. Then you've got your name, and there's macros that will say operator name, and then your antenna. It's got that in your brag. Your station, or your city where you're at. That's also in your QTH and me. You can put in as much information or as little as you want. We talked about that in the macros video. You can pick your state, and then you can pick your county. Again, it's about time to hit save in case something happens. We can minimize that, and then we want to go to rig control. I use hamlib. Now that's ham library. I picked my ICOM 7100. It says it's stable, and this is COM port 4. Now when you come to this will not be checked. It'll be unchecked like this, and this box will be red. Okay, let's see if I can get something to pop up here red. Yeah, we'll make it red by hitting hamlib. You want to use the ham library. These settings will all become automatic. Your stop bytes, everything will be automatic. Just double check it, make sure, and then you click initialize. When it is initialized and it's working, it's made connection, it will gray out. Okay, you can also use cat FLRig if you have to. There's FLRig. You can enable FLRig to control FLDIGI as default. There's different ones you can use in there. Sound card is real important. You want to make sure your devices are clicked. You want port audio, and then you want to pick your radio. Don't pick default or microphone or something like that. You want to make sure you get the right one. If you get the wrong one, you could be transmitting your computer sounds. So make sure you get the right one. My ICOM 7100 is on port 3, and it is supports full duplex. Okay, this is left and right channel, some different settings. All right, but that first one was important. Then here is your for general stuff. I generally uncheck. Now you can leave it checked if you're using this and a logging. You can prompt to save your log. You can hit. You don't really need to confirm exit unless you need to, and then go ahead and check it. But you do want to check for updates at start of program. So turn that on. Click the little checkbox there. This is the setup I have for macro buttons, receive text, and if you have touch screen, this is what this is about. So we'll go out there, waterfall. These are just the controls. I have all these enabled. There's a display. It talks about the different colors. It starts out real weak, and you can see mine's kind of bluish, so I'm right here is kind of, mid. Now if I had to see, you can see some signals right here, so they're coming up to about here. Okay, then you got your displays, your mouse usage. I don't mess with it. It also talks about a wheel, and then a spectrum. Now this web, only thing I use out of it is the weather. I don't do a full report, but I do have it report METAR station locations, the conditions, and then it reports these conditions right here. I don't have it send unprocessed METAR data. That's meteorological, aerial or airport reporting. And you click save, and that's all there is to that. If you have any questions, write them down or type them in the comments, and click like. And I thank you for watching. This is Larry, KF5 MLP.